Hello and welcome back to Fluent English 10. I am happy you are here today. In this lesson, I have something very special for you. This video is not just for listening, it is also for speaking. You will learn something called shadowing. Shadowing is a way to practice speaking English. It is very helpful. You listen to my voice, and then you say the same words after me, just like an echo. This helps you speak more clearly. It helps you sound more natural in English. You can copy the way I say the words. You can copy my rhythm. That means how fast or slow I speak. You can copy my intonation. That means how my voice goes up and down. All of this will help you speak English better and more confidently. Now, let me tell you how to use this video. First, listen to the full story. Just enjoy the story and listen carefully. Then, go back to the beginning and listen again. This time, pause the video after each sentence. Repeat the sentence out loud. Try to say it just like I do. You can do this 2 or 3 times. The more you practice, the easier it will feel. Don't worry. The words will be on the screen while I speak. You can read the words as you listen. That way, you will understand more. You can also practice reading at the same time. Today's story is about a girl named Laura. She is learning English just like you. She studies every day. She tries very hard. But sometimes English is difficult. Sometimes she forgets simple words. Sometimes she says the wrong thing. That is normal. That happens to all of us when we learn a new language. In the story, Laura is not feeling well. She feels something is wrong with her stomach. She does not know why. She did not eat anything strange, but she feels bad. So she decides to go to the doctor. This is her first time visiting a doctor in English. She feels nervous. She wants to say the right words. She does not want to make a mistake. Before her appointment, Laura opens her phone. She searches for how to say, "I feel sick." She finds the phrase, "I have a stomach ache." She repeats it in her mind. "I have a stomach ache. I feel sick." She feels ready. She waits at the clinic. Then the nurse calls her name. It is her turn. She walks into the doctor's room. The doctor smiles and asks, "Hello, how can I help you today?" Laura wants to speak clearly. She wants to say, "I feel sick." But instead she says, "I feel sin." She does not know she said the wrong word. The doctor looks confused. Laura feels more nervous. She tries again. She says, "Yes, I feel very sin today." But the doctor still does not understand. Laura's mind goes blank. She forgets the right word. She keeps saying sin, but that is not the word she wants. This is the beginning of Laura's funny and interesting story. A small mistake makes everything feel difficult. But Laura does not give up. She tries to fix the problem. And in the end, the doctor understands her. It is a story about learning, trying, and not being afraid to speak, even when you make a mistake. So, are you ready to listen to the story of Laura? Get comfortable. Take your notebook if you want to write something down. Listen to the story. Repeat the words. Try to shadow the sentences. Speak out loud. Don't worry if you say something wrong. Mistakes are okay. They help you learn. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. Let's begin the story. Let's learn with Laura. And remember, you are doing a great job. Keep going, keep speaking, keep learning. Laura is learning English. She studies every day. She tries very hard, but sometimes she makes small mistakes. That is normal. Learning a new language is not easy. One day, Laura wakes up and does not feel good. Her stomach hurts. She does not understand why. She did not eat too much. She did not eat anything strange. But something is wrong. She decides to go to the doctor. This is her first doctor's appointment in English. She feels nervous. She does not know what to say. She does not want to make a mistake. Before going to the doctor, Laura opens her phone. She wants to find the right words to say. She searches online. How to tell the doctor, I feel sick. She finds some useful phrases. One phrase says, I have a stomach ache. That is good. She reads it again and again. She practices. I feel sick. I have a stomach ache. She repeats it in her head many times. Now she feels ready. She goes to the clinic. She waits. Then someone calls her name. Laura. It is her turn. She walks into the doctor's room. The doctor is a friendly man. He smiles and says, Hello, how can I help you today? Laura wants to speak clearly. She wants to say, I feel sick. But she is nervous. She makes a mistake. She says, I feel sin. The doctor looks at her. He does not understand. He waits for her to say more. Laura thinks the doctor did not hear her, so she says again, Yes, I feel very sin today. The doctor is quiet. He does not speak. Laura starts to panic. She feels confused. She forgets the right word. She only remembers the word sin. She knows it is not the right word, but her mind is not working clearly. The doctor finally says something. He says, Oh, okay, that's good. Laura is surprised. She smiles, but she does not understand what is happening. She wants to say she feels bad, but she does not know who. The room is quiet. The doctor looks at her. She looks at the doctor. No one says anything. Laura feels like this is a disaster. She wants to disappear. Then the doctor asks her, Can you tell me why you are here? Laura tries again. She says, Yes, I feel I don't feel sin. I feel bad sin. I feel sin bad. Now she is mixing everything. The words are not real. She does not know what she is saying. The doctor writes something down. Laura becomes scared. Why is he writing? What is he thinking? She wonders if the doctor thinks she is crazy. Suddenly, Laura remembers her phone. Yes. She opens her translator app. She types the words. The app says, I feel sick. Laura smiles. That is the word. Sick, not sin. She looks at the doctor and says, Sorry, I feel sick, not sin, sick. The doctor laughs. He says, Ah, that makes more sense. Laura feels better. She is happy the doctor understands now. Then the doctor says, Don't worry, that mistake happens all the time. Laura is surprised. She says, Really? The doctor says, Yes, you are not the first, and you won't be the last. Laura smiles. She feels a little better. The doctor asks more questions about her stomach. He listens carefully. Then he gives her a prescription and says, Take this to the pharmacy. They will give you the medicine. Laura leaves the office and goes to the pharmacy. She gives the paper to the pharmacist. The woman reads it, then looks at Laura and asks, Do you want the regular one or the extra strong one? The strong one gives more energy and confidence. Laura is confused again. Why do I need energy and confidence? She asks. The pharmacist checks the paper again. Then she turns the paper over. There's a note from the doctor. It says, "Patient says she feels sin. Please give her the right medicine for sick, not sin." Laura does not know if she should laugh or cry. The pharmacist smiles and says, "Don't worry, I'll give you the real medicine." Laura laughs a little and says, "Thank you. Please forget everything I said today." The pharmacist says, "It's okay. We all make mistakes." Laura takes the medicine and goes home. She drinks water, takes a pill, and sits down. She thinks, "This is the craziest doctor visit of my life, but I will never forget the word sick again." Laura made a mistake at the doctor's office. She wanted to say, "I feel sick," but she said, "I feel sin." The doctor did not understand her at first. She felt nervous. She forgot the right word. She was confused. But even when things went wrong, Laura did not stop trying. She did not give up. She stayed calm. She used her phone. She found the correct word. And in the end, the doctor understood her. That is success. This story is funny, but it is also very important. It shows us something we all need to remember when we learn English. Making mistakes is okay. Mistakes are not bad. They help us learn. They help us grow. Everyone makes mistakes when they learn something new. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. So if you say something wrong, do not feel embarrassed. Do not be afraid. Just try again. That is how you get better. Laura's story also teaches us that tools can help. She used a translator app on her phone. That helped her fix the problem. You can do that too. Use a dictionary. Use a phone. Use anything that helps you understand or say what you want. There is nothing wrong with using help. It shows that you are smart and resourceful. The most important thing is to keep speaking. Even if you make mistakes, speak anyway. Even if you forget a word, try to explain. Even if people don't understand you at first, keep going. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence comes from action. When you speak again and again, your brain learns. Your mouth gets used to the sounds. Your ears start to hear better. Your English improves. Laura said the wrong word, but she kept speaking. That is why her story is a success. She had a problem, but she used what she had. She didn't let fear stop her. She laughed about it. And now she will never forget the word sick. Maybe you won't either. Now, let's look at some words and phrases from Laura's story. These are words you can use when you go to the doctor or when you feel unwell. These are useful in real life. Let's go through them slowly and clearly. The first one is, "My stomach hurts." You can say this when you feel pain in your stomach. For example, "I can't eat. My stomach hurts." The second one is, "I have a stomach ache." This is another way to say your stomach feels bad. For example, "I don't feel good. I have a stomach ache." Next is prescription. This is a paper from the doctor that tells the pharmacy what medicine to give you. For example, "The doctor gives me a prescription for my stomach ache." Another phrase is, "It's my turn." You say this when it is your time to go next. For example, "The nurse calls my name. It's my turn." We also have, "I walk in." This means you enter a room or place. For example, "The doctor says my name. I walk in." Another helpful phrase is, Everything is going wrong. You say this when nothing is working. For example, I try to speak, but I say the wrong words. Everything is going wrong. A common feeling is shown in, why am I mixing everything? You can say this when you confuse your words or ideas. For example, I want to say sick, but I say sin. Why am I mixing everything? You can odd to say, that makes more sense, when you understand something clearly. For example, oh, sick, not sin. That makes more sense. Another question the doctor might ask is, when did the pain start? You can answer, this morning. So now you know how to talk about time and pain. At the pharmacy, you might hear at the counter. That means the place where you give the paper and get help. For example, I ask for my medicine at the counter. You may hear, the doctor made a joke. A joke is something funny. In the story, the doctor wrote something funny on the paper. The doctor made a joke. Sometimes they will turn the paper over. That means to look at the back of the paper. For example, the pharmacist turns the paper over and sees a note. Finally, the word pill. A pill is a small, round medicine you swallow. For example, the doctor gives me a pill for my stomach. Now you know these phrases. You can listen and repeat them. Try to say them out loud. Practice shadowing. The more you practice, the better you will speak. Don't worry about being perfect. Just keep trying. You are learning, and that is something to be proud of. Keep going. Keep speaking. Keep learning. You are doing great. Now we have come to the end of Anna's story. Let's take a moment to remember everything that happened. Anna is a brave English learner. She studied hard and tried her best to speak English. But one day, she felt sick. Her stomach hurt, and she had to go to the doctor. She was nervous because this was her first time seeing a doctor in English. She wanted to say, I feel sick, but she accidentally said, I feel sin. This small mistake made everything more difficult. The doctor did not understand her. Anna felt more nervous. She tried again and again, but the words came out wrong. Still, she didn't give up. She remembered her phone and used a translator. Finally, she found the right word, sick. The doctor understood her and smiled. He even made a small joke to make her feel better. Later, at the pharmacy, Anna had another funny moment. The pharmacist read the doctor's note and laughed, too. In the end, Anna got the medicine she needed, and she went home. She laughed about the experience, but she also learned something important. She learned that it is okay to make mistakes. What matters most is that you keep trying. The big lesson from Anna's story is this: you don't have to be perfect to succeed. You just need to be brave. Mistakes are part of the learning process. They help you grow, remember, and improve. In life, just like in language learning, we all have moments when we feel unsure. But if we keep going, if we keep speaking, asking, and learning, we will get better. So, if you ever feel scared to speak English, think of Anna. Remember how she made a big mistake but stayed strong. You can do the same. Use your voice, use your tools, and never stop learning. Congratulations on listening to this full story. You have practiced your English listening, understanding, and maybe even shadowing. You are getting better every day. Now, here is a fun question for you. What word did Anna say by mistake at the doctor's office? A. Sick. B. Sin. Write your answer in the comments, A or B. I will check who gets it right. If you enjoyed this story and want more, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot and gives us motivation to make more fun and useful lessons for you. If you want to support us, please consider donating. In the beginning, it is very hard to create quality content with limited resources, but your help will make a big difference. Thank you for learning with us, and see you in the next story.